Hello and welcome to the Climate Trends podcast. We are bringing you updates from the COP29 summit currently going on in Baku, Azerbaijan. We have now entered the second week of COP29, also known as the political week. It is a crucial turning point in the summit. Ministers and senior officials are here, ready to steer the world towards the final text. But the challenges, particularly around climate finance, remain significant. The first week has been a mixed bag. While there have been some constructive debates, much time was lost on finance-related issues like transparency, the quantum of the new collective quantified goal, and mechanisms for climate finance disbursement. Engagement from developed countries on these crucial topics has been lacking, and this has been deeply frustrating for nations in the global south. But first, let's acknowledge the progress. The technical negotiations for the Just Transition Work Programme have concluded, we hear, and adaptation discussions are moving in a positive direction. This gives us hope that even in this complex negotiation landscape, there may be some tangible outcomes after all. Now, let's turn to climate finance, the most contentious issue on the table. Are there signs of progress? Developed nations are said to be reconsidering their hardline stance on expanding the climate finance contributor base. Some experts suggest that this may be because China is showing signs of being more open to reporting its existing voluntary climate finance contributions under Article 9.2. This could help ease tensions. It would seem developed nations may have finally realized that pushing aggressively for contributor base expansion only damages their credibility and relationships. While this is encouraging, let's remember that these are preliminary signals. Everything could change in the days ahead. Now, the bad news. Not all areas are seeing progress. The mitigation work program remains stuck. And as we have seen in past COPs, when a major issue like finance stagnates, it creates a bottleneck for other discussions. We saw this for mitigation negotiations here at COP. Another troubling trend is the framing of climate finance as a broad investment goal. On the face of it, investment might sound promising, but it comes with risks. Developing countries face a high cost of capital because banks perceive investments in these economies as high risk. This also deters private finance. This means it's tougher for developing countries to raise funds through loans and investments. Even worse is the fact that private investments lack consistency, nor do they come with the transparency mechanisms of public finance. Investors are known to often retreat at the first signs of trouble, leaving vulnerable nations stranded. Public finance, on the other hand, can ensure accountability and sustainability. But there's not enough public funds available. So it's a bit of a catch-22. The COP29 leadership is also looking for signals on climate finance from the G20 summit that's happening in Rio at the moment. The hope is that any announcements on climate finance from the top 20 economies of the world will help build momentum for talks here at COP29. Even civil society organizations have been trying to push for bold, equitable and decisive progress here at COP. Finance, mitigation, and adaptation. None of these pillars can succeed in isolation. The next 4 days are crucial to keep these pillars standing tall. That's all we have for now. Stay tuned as we bring you more updates from Baku.